Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming this makeup look right here. I'm using the Modern Renaissance palette. If you would like to see how I got this makeup that I've got on right now, just carry on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off by just putting on my lovely little bunny ears, which I always put on when I'm doing my makeup because, I don't know, I just feel like it gets all like the baby hairs out of the way so that it's like nice and easier to apply the makeup. Okay, so now I look absolutely crazy, but I don't care because literally this keeps all the hairs out of the way. I'm going to start off by applying my base. I've already applied a primer and a moisturiser. I just use a simple moisturiser, and then I just go in and use the Nivea Men's Shave Balm as a primer. I just feel like that's a really good primer and I just use it all the time. I'm going to start off by applying this foundation, and this is the Revlon Colour Stay foundation in the formula combination to oily, and this is in the shade Buff for me. And I don't know, I've had this for a while and it is a good one. I've had others as well that I find are just as good, but I don't know, I've just gone back to this one and it just keeps me less oily than others. Also, I'm using this brush, but I saw like loads of people raving about them and I was like, I really want to try them, so I got one for Christmas. So yeah, if you're wondering like where I've been and stuff like with my makeup videos, I've just been kind of, because obviously I do makeup at college, like I'm studying makeup artistry, I feel like it was a really good time to kind of do a makeup video because I've been doing it now for a couple of months at college. Like we finish in May, so I've been doing it for a while now and I feel like I've gained a lot of like knowledge. Like I already thought I like knew quite a bit about makeup, but since being there I've learned actually a lot. And also because I'm doing hair, I mean I'm not going to be doing like a hair tutorial with this today, but I don't know, I just kind of want to get into uploading makeup videos more often because they're like one of my favourite types of videos to film. But it's just kind of, I don't know, I just feel like I do it so much at college that I don't really have a lot of time to do it otherwise. But I'm going to like try and make time to upload more tutorials onto my channel because it's one of my favourite things to do. Don't forget to leave in the comments and let me know whether you enjoy my tutorials or not, because obviously if you enjoy them then I'll definitely upload more. Also, I thought I would just do this as like a chatty makeup tutorial because I just find it a lot more like, not personal, but I enjoy watching them myself, so it's kind of cool to then just film them. I'm just basically applying this in like patting motions because, well, to start off with I just like to kind of smudge it all over the face, but then I just like to dab it in. It just, I feel like it gives you a fuller coverage, which I need in some areas at the moment. I've gained a couple of subscribers over the past couple of weeks, so hello if you're new, and I hope you're enjoying seeing this crazy face with these ears on. Okay, so I'm now going to apply some concealer. I'm just taking this Miss Sporty Perfect Stay 10 Hour Concealer. This is in the shade 001 Light, and I'm just going to apply this to like blemishes. So just applying that to like this area that's been breaking out a lot and I don't know why. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments, I would love to know. So I would usually blend in my concealer with a sponge, but I've actually forgot to grab it, so I'm just going to make do with the brushes that I have brung down here with me. So I'm going to use this, I think it's Kryolan, however you say it, It's the foundation brush, and I'm just going to blend this in. My ear is so red at the moment. Basically, as you can probably see, I've got my helix pierced, and ever since I've had it pierced, it goes red whenever I'm warm. It's so weird. Okay, so I'm then going to take my full coverage MAC foundation, and I'm actually going to use this under my eyes just to conceal like the darkness around there. Sometimes I find it so weird doing makeup on myself because I'm so used to doing it on other people now. It just feels kind of odd to actually be applying makeup to my own face, which is strange because it was a couple of months ago, it was the opposite way around. There's probably so many lovely angles of me on this video because I'm using my mirror as like a viewfinder and a mirror for me to apply this. Okay, so I'm then just going to blend this in with my finger because I find that the warmth of my finger really blends it in nicely, and because it's like really dry anyway, I like it to blend in nicely. Mine's watching my videos downstairs. That's hilarious. By the way, Holly's here, she's like sitting over in the corner. Okay, so I'm then just going to powder my face using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I just like to pat in the powder. So I feel like this is great if you have particular oily skin because it kind of just sets it into the skin a bit more rather than like going like this, which I did used to do, so it just shows you that I have learnt something. So I then just take a separate powder and I take the MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder, and I just like to apply this under my eyes because I feel like it's more moisturising and doesn't settle into all the lines as much as it would with like a matte one. So this is just a separate one. It's great for brightening the under eyes as well.
Hey guys.
Holly says hey. The lighting in this may be absolutely horrendous, and if it is, I apologise. But I'm filming this at like 6 o'clock at night, so... And I don't have any like lighting as such, apart from the main light in here. And I definitely just scraped my eyeball. So I'm then just going to like bronze up my face and define my cheekbones using the NYX blush. This actually it's in the shade Taupe, and it's a great bronzer because it isn't orange toned at all. I'm just taking this on the same Spectrum brush that I used to apply my powder because I feel like where it's tapered, it really like bronzes the face nicely. And then just kind of do up motions. Okay, so I'm then just going to take my Spectrum powder brush just to blend all of this together. Okay, so I'm then just going to apply a blusher to my face. I'm just using this one, which is in the Naked on the Run palette, which I've had for a while. And yeah, I'm just going to use that one. So it's a very pink blush, so I'm now just going to blend it in again with the same Spectrum brush. Okay, so I'm then just going to highlight my face using the highlighter that comes in the Naked palette that I just showed you. And I'm just popping that on my cheekbones to make them pop a little bit. I say a little bit, I apply so much because I always want it to be lit. Then just apply some to the end of my nose, because for some reason I like that to be shiny. Okay, so now that I have done like the base, I'm now going to move on to the eyes, which is the really fun part. And I'm taking the Modern Renaissance palette to do the eyeshadow with. I'm going to start off by taking this shade here, which is called Tempera or something like that. I don't really know how you say it. But I'm just going to take that all over the lid. So now that that has been applied all over the lid, they just look a little bit more like seamless kind of thing, and a great base to apply the other colours with. So I think I'm going to go with like these pinky shades. So I'm going to start off by applying this Buon Fresco. I don't know how to pronounce half of these, so I do apologise, but I'm going to take that one and I'm just applying it to kind of like the outer area of my eye. I'm then just kind of bringing the colour into the centre as well, but I'm taking the tiniest amount onto like the centre and trying to base more of it on the outer area. Okay, so now I have that on my eyes. I'm then just going to go ahead and blend it with a blending brush when I can find one. Okay, so my camera did just die for a little while, but now I'm back and I'm going to continue with the eyeshadow. I did apply some of the lighter colour that I was saying about to the centre part of my lid. So as you can see, that's why it's like a bit lighter. And then I'm going to apply some more of that shade down here to the centre part of my lid again, because I just want to intensify it a little bit, because I have been downstairs having dinner, so it probably has worn off a little bit. So I'm just going to pop that on. I'm then just going to go ahead and take this shade here, which is called Ventian Red, and probably a bit of Red Ochre as well. So these two down here, I'm going to kind of blend into the outer corners of my eyes just to intensify it up and make it a little bit more pink, because it kind of looks a bit brown slash purpley pink at the moment, not quite as pink as I want it, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so that is kind of the eyeshadow look at the moment. It's just really nice and pink. So I'm just going to take this blending brush here and just blend out the edges. I'm just going to take that neutral shade and just clean up the edges again. I find this a great way to kind of clean up if you don't do your eyeshadows before foundation, like I have on this tutorial. Sometimes I do eyes first, sometimes I don't, and because I wasn't really sure where I was going with this tutorial today, I did it face first, and now obviously I'm doing eyes. So yeah, looking like this at the moment. Okay, so I'm just taking the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade and just filling in my eyebrows with this. So I'm just going to zoom you in. Okay, to do this I'm just going to take this. So I'm just blending in that with my foundation that was already on the back of my hand, and I just find that really helps to tone it down a little bit. And this is going to be such a challenge because I'm doing it without a proper mirror. So I just like to kind of go in with the hairs I already have instead of trying to create new ones, because I don't really need that. So I just kind of do small motions, and then sometimes I just sweep it like over here depending on what I'm actually trying to achieve, and it just goes to something like that. So that looks really crazy at the moment, but I'm just going to do the other one, and then I use a brow gel anyway, and it kind of tones it down quite a bit. I shall be back once I've done the eyelashes, and I may do eyeliner off camera, I'm not sure. Okay, so I've now just applied some false lashes, as you can see, and done some eyeliner. Yeah, but these are the Tiny Belt eyelashes, and they're really good actually, because I know some can feel like really heavy because I've had some on me before but I haven't put them on myself, and they have felt, you can literally see them, you can hardly see anything else other than the lashes, but these you can like, they're really nice. And I guess I didn't do too bad applying them for the first time. They're on, and obviously I done the eyeliner. Wow, my eyelashes look insane. They're not my eyelashes, so I don't know why I'm saying they're mine, because they're not. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. But now I'm just going to go in and apply some of the Joair lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip, and I'm just going to apply this over the top of an NYX matte lip that I applied. So yeah, I just applied that to my lips, and then now I'm just going to add this. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand because I don't really want the colour of the lipstick that I've got on going into this. So I'm just going to get it on my finger, and then I'm just going to pat it in.